So basically, this is going to be like a visual diary entry. You are my diary today. Okay? Are you ready? Let's get into it. Hi, cookies. Welcome back. And if you're new here, hi, my name's Carolyn Gray. I talk about all things in and around fashion, lifestyle, beauty, all the things. I live in New York City, so I take you around town with me as an entrepreneur, content creator, and an adult, which y'all know if y'all been following me for a while. I don't like being an adult. It's so ghetto. This job is, why did I rush to get here? But alas, we are here. So today, usually we do like a good old kiki and giggle, but today I think I'm gonna be a little bit more serious than I usually am because, I was looking at a video that I wanted to post today, and I was editing it, and I realized, girl, you have so much brain fog. Like, what is going on? Like, I remember thinking of what I was saying, and as I'm editing the video, I'm hearing me say something completely different. And I feel like I'm not at my breaking point. I'm not at my breaking point, but I feel like I want to talk about what has me feeling mentally in limbo, because I know I'm not the only one. So let's connect on these things in the comments below. Get y'all typing fingers ready. So first of all, the elections, this voting period, the polls, the stark differences, the arguments. It's I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm stressed out. I'm gonna go vote tomorrow. I'm still registered in Brooklyn. I didn't realize I forgot to move my registration, but it is what it is. It's fine. I don't mind going back to Brooklyn. I love Brooklyn. It's been a lot trying to figure out the Bronx, and now that it's getting colder, it's gonna be more of a task for me to learn this neighborhood. But I do miss Brooklyn. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I really miss Brooklyn. And Carlos said the same thing the other day too. And I don't know if it's because we miss our lifestyle that we had in Brooklyn, or just the ease of Brooklyn, or the food in Brooklyn and the people in Brooklyn. But girl, we miss Brooklyn. But anyway, I'm nervous about this election. And it's tough because some of the closest people to me are in support of a different candidate. And I've never been one to push my religion, to push my thought on politics. Um, anything that for me I think is my lifestyle, my opinion. I never push it on other people. But for the last couple of months, I've been kind of like feeling very heavy when my relatives and loved ones that are in support of a different candidate expel all of their feelings and their opinions and their thoughts and conspiracy theories and all the things onto why they don't like Kamala Harris. And I hear them out. I hear it. I listen. Everyone has a different perspective when it comes to money, politics, um, religion. Everyone can have their perspective because it's their experience, it's their trauma, it's their privilege, the latter, right? But I'm not gonna ever sit down and be like, you need to vote for Harris because I'm just like, I, for me, I'm gonna go this way because I just think it's the best vote for me, and I like to keep it there. But at the same time, I do try to get as much information as possible. I've done a lot of research on different things that didn't sit well with me with both candidates, and just I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. And I feel like because there's so much opinion, and we can't help it, we're in a day and age of social media. The information is rolling through, people using TikTok as their main source of information. And we are here. My hair was so much better yesterday. I don't know what's going on. She's going through a lot. But I think I've been so overwhelmed with the opinions, and now we're here and they're saying that people aren't going out to vote, and I'm just like, just go out and vote. Just place a vote. Go in person if you can, because they're burning the mailboxes now. And I'm seeing these, Don Lemon is interviewing people off the street, and they have such a hard understanding of what they feel. Like, when I say hard, understand, like they come across really harsh and very confirmed in what they feel about Kamala and Trump. And Then they ask, "Are you going to vote?" No. I'm like, so you have all this opinion. You're not even going to go vote. Okay, well, I wish there was a political party called Humanitarian, because that's where that's what I just want to do. The political party that's called Humanitarian. Because somebody make that happen. Somebody call Bernie. I just These are the thoughts that are happening in my mind, and sometimes I saw someone I'm really close to show that they were voting for Trump, and they literally, it was like five people against this person, and they were talking about why they think Trump is a better person, and I'm super close to this person and I'm just like, I don't know how to help you in this, because I don't they are arguing, like they were like, no, Kamala, how you gonna vote for Kamala? That's crazy. Just going back and forth. It was a huge argument, and I didn't know what to do. And I feel like that is the constant state I've been in the last couple of weeks and months when it comes to these opinions of the presidential candidates, where I'm seeing people just eat each other up or go after each other about their opinions. And what I don't ever really hear is, what do they hold as a priority? What's important to them living in the US as a citizen? What are they afraid of? It's never talking about what they need as Americans. It's always about the personalities, the past, the lack of jobs done, the chaos ensued, which is very valid because Trump has created a lot of chaos. But they talk about these people, these politicians, but they don't talk about what we need as a people. And I think that makes me so sad and scared. It's like a sport. It's like sports. It's not about living in this country. And that to me, I just can't wait. It's like I want to get over the hump and find out who wins this race. But then I'm also like terrified to see who wins, because I remember the day that Trump was elected and how the 4 years, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, I am terrified. I just want to feel safe in this country. I want to feel empowered in this country. I don't want to feel like this. And I know so many of us think this too. It's been very tough to process a lot of this stuff. The other thing that I think that is weighing a lot on my ability to know, how to plan things ahead and to be creative within my career. If you've been following me for a while, y'all know Carlos is my boyfriend and his mom is staying with us temporarily. But right now she's actually at the hospital because a week ago she had to get a small tumor removed from behind her eye that was causing some ailment, and she had it removed, and she's been in the hospital for the last week and now going to a physical therapy uh, hospital, rehabilitation center, until she is mobile and able to get things going. This has been a tough week, okay? It's been a tough couple of weeks and months. She moved in with us about 17 days after we moved into this new apartment. And I have to say, you know, this apartment was supposed to be a new beginning for me and him. It was also supposed to be a foundation for the career that I wanted to build in content. There were so many thoughts, dreams, and plans invested into the thought of this apartment. We were both really excited. And because of the situation with his family and how they kind of set up things and plan things and how they had to change direction on things, that's how it came into play that she's moved in here. And while it's an honor to take care of a matriarch and we have a great relationship, her and I feel like we're like this. She's a Cancer, I'm a Virgo. It's just, we go together real bad, right? So, and obviously these types of things, especially when it's not planned, especially when it's not what you thought it was going to be, especially when Carlos has a career and a business that he's expanding on and growing and doing well with, and it's just got to this point this year type of thing, it's going to create interruptions in dynamic. It's going to put strain on things, whether it's between me and him and his sister, him and his business, whatever, everything. Everything is going to be touched in a way that feels mostly negative, but sometimes positive. And it's hard to continuously stay connected to the positive so you don't slip into the dark abyss of anything. I think when this happened, when I found out that she was going to be staying with us, it happened very quickly, and the information was not rolled out to me in a way that I think anybody would be okay with. But I never said no, she can't live with us or anything like that. My thing was, all right, if this is going to happen, I need to know how we're going to handle this in a medical way, like her medical situation. I need to know all the information I can in order to help this situation and to be prepared mentally and to help this lady. Because it's help their mama, you know what I mean? So I think the first thing I asked was, what are her needs? Like, what's her day to day? Because she was living in New York. She fell ill last year for Thanksgiving. That was a lot. And Carlos was the one that was doing everything, sole provider type of thing for his mom. She had to have a surgery last December to place a shunt in her head because she had fluid on her brain. And it was a whole lot of things. And she even broke her ribs before that and didn't even know. 2 weeks after she broke her ribs, she was working, doing all the things. And then she finally said something on Thanksgiving. That's when we found out she had broken ribs, and then we had to take her to the hospital. Weeks went by. She was complaining about anxiety and her legs giving out. Doctors were saying like, "Oh, you're feeling overwhelmed by your ribs, blah blah blah." Come to find out, the lady had fluid on her brain, and that was impeding on everything. And she was showing signs of dementia too. Like her memory was not good. And finally, a doctor came along and saw that issue and rectified it with the shunt. So after that, Carlos and his sister said, you know what, we had a family plan before. Mom was going to be living with me once she retired anyway, bring her to North Carolina with me and my family. And they did just that. Unfortunately, it came at a time where it wasn't their mom's decision to retire and to do all those things. It was a medical decision and a space decision too, and a family plan that they had. So, we didn't realize that it would happen so fast that his sister would decide to move back from North Carolina to be surrounded closer to family, get her job back here, and things just happened so fast. And in the midst of all that, communication can go awry. Things can be said, land not in the best. Solutions could be offered, it may not be taken. So many things have gone down in the last couple of weeks where I'm looking at it now and I'm like, my boyfriend is going through a really rough season in his life. I'm trying my best to navigate it, to support him, but also make sure that I'm good. And that is all I can do. But I gotta tell you, Cookie, like, everything just feels like it's up hanging. Nothing has fallen. And we don't know how long she's going to be in PT. We don't know how long it's going to take for his sister to get her situation together so they can all be in one family home, because it didn't work out that way. They're staying with family too. It's just a lot of moving pieces. Then understanding the whole game of Medicaid and insurance and, financial preparation. It's a lot of stuff, and one way I'm grateful because it's opening up the conversation between me and my parents, who have been such a rock for me during this time and supporting me and Carlos at times through this mental space where it's super tough, super sensitive, and having conversations with them about like how they would want things if they fell ill, or how do they want me to handle things, how do they want me to honor and respect their legacy, like what exactly can I do. I've had conversations with my father, I've recorded things, I'm talking to my mom's financial advisor just to make sure that I know what's there and what I need to, how to use it for her and her needs. Like it's opened up the conversation of family planning in a way that I want to be prepared as best as I can for any situation, so I don't have to think too hard about doing the things to make sure things are set up right, and I can go through my emotions without fighting against it. You know what I'm saying? Like if something happens, I want to be able like to say, okay, well these things are, my ducks are in a row here. All you got to do is this, that, and the third. Let me go into bed and cry about, whatever's happening. So, I'm grateful for this experience because it's that, and then I also, I'm showing up every day as my best self as much as I can. The last couple of weeks, I'm not my best self. There's a lot of arguing. There's a lot of, just feeling like odd man out here, and it's a part of this experience. Like I don't know what else to do. And then it's also, this is fourth quarter in the business of content creation for so many different industries. Fourth quarter is crazy. Holidays are upon us, and as a content creator, I'm out and about. I'm doing the things. I gotta work. I gotta do this. I gotta network. It's so much shit. It's so much. So I have to arrive as the best version of myself when I'm outside in the world, people facing. And can I tell you, I feel like going into a hole and not coming out for like 3 weeks. I would really like to take a vacation. I would really like to just not do anything. But the reality is I can't do that. I can't do that because I would go into depression. I would argue with everyone. I would not speak to anyone at the same time. Like it would just be bad. So it's like I have to keep going. But I've hit a point where I need y'all help, because I feel like I'm making content just for the sake of myself and keeping going, right? But I also feel like I need a little bit more direction about what y'all really want to see. Like I like to see that you guys feel that the content I'm putting out is refreshing and it's different or whatever, right? But can y'all give me a little bit more about what else you want to see, or if I need to dig deeper into certain topics, because I don't want to feel like I'm just floating, disconnected, and just creating to create. I want to make sure that I'm grounded and connected to whatever I'm doing and producing. Because when I was editing that video from yesterday, when my hair looked so much better, I was like, girl, what are you talking about? The whole time I'm like, you're just blabbering, girl. Are you okay? So, I need a little bit more direction when it comes to that. If you can please extend. Is your head okay? Are you okay? I'm so sorry that I banged your head like that. I was just trying to move the thing and you on my computer. I'm so sorry. All right. I hope you don't have a headache after that. Let me know. I'll send you some aspirin. But yeah, I just, so many things. It's so many things. And a part of me, and I have not been doing therapy. So I haven't been doing therapy. I cut off my twice a week training sessions because when it comes to training, I kept having to rearrange my schedule with Aaron. And at one point, like I canceled a day before, but it was within a 24-hour period. And I was sick. Like I was at the ear doctor, all this stuff. And I let her know I couldn't make it. And because of Equinox policies, like she still had to charge me $140 for the session. I'm just like, yeah, this is not going to work. Like I cannot continuously move my schedule around to deal with my work stuff because there's always stuff popping up with work. But then I was just like, I don't want to be charged this amount because I'm also trying to get out of debt with certain things or work towards certain financial goals. Like this is not going to work. And then also when it comes to therapy, I feel that you need different types of therapists for different types of times in your life, unless that therapist is able to maneuver through and navigate on all those different levels, whether it be motherhood, career, all this stuff, right? And I do think that I had a really great therapist with Purvis for just relationship, life coaching, trauma response type of thing. But I feel that I'm in a need right now to be empowered in myself and within my abilities, and to look within and feel empowered. I need help with that because I feel a certain amount of hopelessness within myself that I'm not comfortable with, because I know if I dig into that deeper, it's going to be a really tough time coming out of that hole. I've been there before. I've been severely depressed a few times in my life, but there's a certain point where I feel the tipping point. I feel it, and I'm like, no, bitch, we're not doing that. So I'm not working with that particular therapist anymore, so I'm doing the research to find a new one. And this to me, I felt like, I have such a great community. I really do. Oh, y'all not gonna make me cry. Wait a minute now. I have such a great community, and I know that I could lean into y'all, tap into y'all. Just know I'm struggling. I'm struggling. And a few of my people know that, and I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one scared about the political situation in our country right now. I know I'm not the only person in this caregiving space, you know, trying to make sure that my relationship does not fall apart through it, and that I don't fall apart while assisting and living through it. And I know I'm not the only one that's feeling hopeless. I also know that I'm very privileged. I know that I'm very blessed. I have a home. I have a roof over my head. I have family. I have both of my parents who I'm able to tap in with. I have opportunities to kind of disconnect and go to these events and things, right? I have a lot of privileges here. But I feel like if y'all could just help confirm a few things, let me know if y'all feeling it too. Because like, tell me too. Let's connect there. Tell me what other things you want to see on a content tip, Like, give me some defined ideas, or like specific questions you guys have that you think I can cover. And you know, I know there's other caregivers in my community too, because we've been back and forth with this. You guys have leaned in and like shared your experiences with caregiving and things like that. So, how are you doing in your caregiving, and what tips do you have to maintain relationships? I feel like I have really bad timing when it comes to talking about feelings within this space of caregiving, because I've gotten to a point where I feel like if I say one thing about feeling something, Carlos's face is like, bitch, not again with I'm already dealing with enough. Like, I could see that. And while it hurts my feelings so much that he can even get annoyed with me trying to express where I'm at with things, I also feel really bad because I was just like, okay, when is a good time for us to get through this hump? I don't want you to dislike me, or like to not feel like we can't talk about stuff. Like, what is appropriate when it comes to communicating with men in this space, So I'm struggling with that, and leaning into my family to just like express myself with those things. But I also feel it's not fair. But should I just like leave it alone? So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Because I love that man. I love Carlos so much. That's my best friend. When I feel like he's not my best friend, I'm so sad about it, But yeah. And obviously, this is not a sponsored video, because like this was such a random video creative idea, because I didn't like the video I was editing. But yesterday I met with a brand called Make Time. They had a walk set up for us, like just walking on the West Side Highway where the piers are and stuff. And they're about just brain health and women's health. And one of the co-founders is actually Bruce Willis's wife. And if y'all don't know, Bruce Willis is going through dementia. He has a really like the type of dementia he has, like it's rare. They don't know a lot about it. He's young still, so it's like crazy to know that an actor like him is just going through, I don't know, it's a lot. And I can only imagine what Emma is going through too. But I met her and Helen, the other co-founder of the brand, she's Turkish. big brains in product development and stuff, and they created this brand called Make Time. And a lot of their focus is on brain health, because apparently 1 in every 5 women can develop Alzheimer's, as opposed to 1 in 8 women can develop breast cancer. And it scared me to look at myself in this video, to feel so like discombobulated mentally, and that's why I feel like too. So we took this walk with them. I met up with them. I had this drink. This is a powder for brain health, overall wellness, brain health, and beauty. It tastes like an adult Tang. Is it Ting? No, you know that orange drink, Tang? Tang. It tastes like Tang. They also had this one, Make Time Rhodalia vitamin, which is really a vitamin that is given or marketed to men more, but not women. And when I tell y'all, so I ate one of these, it's good. It tastes really good. I felt within a couple of minutes I was super alert, because when I showed up to this walk, I was tired as hell. I didn't want to go, to be honest. Like, I was tired. I was so exhausted mentally, just physically. I took this, and like, me and Patty, we were speed walking down the West Side Highway, but now Patty walked real fast. So I was just really trying to keep up. But the fact that I was keeping up with her walking that fast, it was because I had an energy boost with this. I had a very happy energy boost after having these two. Wow, what a difference. And also, I was able to come down from it and not feel like a crash, like a caffeine crash, like post caffeine crash. So I'm really into this. What I'm going to learn more about it too. They also gave me a multivitamin. The other thing that I tapped into, I saw Aaliyah Face was talking about Ritual, the stress relief I'm going to try. I also have the omega-3 vitamin that I'm going to start doing, because I feel like I have heart palpitations a lot. Like, my heart doesn't feel that great all the time, or I feel concerned about it. I also got a symbiotic, which is a probiotic, prebiotic, postbiotic, and your gut health is like secondary to brain health. Your gut runs a lot of shit, okay? That didn't, you know what I meant. It runs a lot of things in the body. It's very important to pay attention to and help it out. And I feel like my gut needs a lot of help. So I'm going to start this. And then I also have the essential vitamin, multivitamin 18 plus from Ritual. I'm going to try this multivitamin too, because I don't love pills. But then sometimes I'm like, I don't know about gummies all the time. I feel like this is going to be my happy place, on top of the omega, the stress relief, and the multivitamin and prebiotic from Ritual. But, I'm doing these things, looking into therapy again, and I am keeping my body moving too. So anyway, this was just an open-minded thought dump on y'all. I know it wasn't something that's expected. This is a lot more serious than my other videos, but life is lifing, y'all. Life is lifing all the time. Get out and vote. Go to safe spaces when you feel uncomfortable about these different topics. You are not alone in your thought process. You are not alone in feeling uncomfortable about things, or being scared, or feeling in limbo about things. You are not alone. And because I know we're not alone, I'm asking y'all to tap in. Let me know what y'all want to see more of. How do y'all get through these things too? What are you scared of about when it comes to the political situation? The latter, like, how are your relationships going? Because as I feel these things and I'm uncertain about these things, I also am thinking, I wonder who else is going through this and if they're okay. And to know we will be fine. We'll be more than fine. We will thrive. We will always find a way. I just think we're tired of having to be strong all the damn time. But it's natural for us, I'm going to stop blibbering and blobbering. And I'm just going to post this. I'm not going to edit this video. No edits. The only thing I'll probably edit is my walk to the bathroom to get these things to show y'all, like, cut that time in half. But that's about it. And whoever watches this and knows this situation, is in our situation, and is a part of the family and has their opinions, you can comment below too. Or you can call me if you have a thought about, oh my God, wait, I forgot to tell y'all. I got in contact with my aunt that hates us, who hates me and my mom on my mom's side of the family. They had like a huge family breakup. Like, people just been mad at each other for years. And I finally got a way for her to, like, she was talking back to me. I called her to check on her to make sure that she wasn't going to be displaced or anything from the hurricane in Florida, because she was in Florida. And y'all, she picked up the phone. She didn't know it was me that was calling. Like, she didn't have my number saved. She didn't know it was me, and she didn't hang up when she picked up the phone. And she was like, thank you for checking on us. And we talked for a little bit. She told me why she was mad at me, actually. And I was just like, girl, I had no idea that's what you was mad about. Can I say I'm sorry? Because, like, I didn't know that you felt some type of way. I asked you this question. I didn't know that was a boundary I crossed for you. I meant nothing by that. No harm by that. I'm so sorry that you've been living with this anger of me for all this time. Can we please rectify and clarify? Maybe not get back to where we were as niece and aunt. Maybe not you and my mom have a relationship. You know, that's y'all got to work through that. But can I tap in with you and call you? She was like, yeah. So I have been calling or texting her. She's not, I mean, I don't think she's as open as I would. I don't think she still likes me, but at least she answered the phone and was able to tell me what she's upset about. And I was able to apologize about what she experienced. And I was able to tap in. She texted me back once. I called her a couple of times, but she texted me back. And that was cool. That actually boosted my shit all the way up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, oh my God, my aunt actually talked to me. I'm not even trying to be funny, but, like, seriously, that made me so happy that she finally spoke to me. Because any other time that I've tried to talk to her or tried to approach her, she would be like, I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to hypocrites. Like, she just had this visceral, like, every time. And this was like an aunt that I grew up with, that I was very close with. So it would break my heart every single time that she would, like, deflect or just, like, try to get away from me at any type of, like, mostly family funerals we would only see each other at, because that's how disconnected she is with the family. But I'm like, finally we have a breakthrough. I'm actually going to text her after I finish this up. So yeah, if y'all been following me for a while, y'all know that I have, like, this thing about my aunt where I'm angry, but also I'm really just sad that we don't have the relationship that we used to have anymore. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so happy that you received my call and you didn't block me. It's something. It's something. So, and she's fine. She didn't have power for a while in Florida, and she's okay. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope this lands well. I hope y'all know I love y'all and I appreciate y'all, my community, my cookie jar. And I hope y'all are okay too, because I know I'm struggling a bit. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next episode. And yeah, I'll see y'all later. Bye, cookies.